I think the big thing for us is we're just excited to get back on the field and compete. Even the fall we weren't able to have like a competition day. So the last time these girls have played is, last March coming back from Florida, which we were on an extremely high of playing together like a team. And even the freshmen coming in, high school was kind of the same way, got shut down for them. So I think even our freshmen and then returners are just excited to get on a field and just compete with another team. And I think we can probably say that across like the United States, softball in general. But definitely our girls, I feel like that's their mission, and we're getting everyone healthy and like ready to go. And now it's like we're almost there, which is super exciting. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we had 2 great seniors last year that really bought into the program. It's always hard for new coaches to kind of come in and just kind of shuffle things around or have different philosophies. And luckily we had 2 seniors last year that really took that from the year before and was like, hey, we're buying in, we're doing everything that the coaching staff wants to just do. And I really feel like that's why we had the success that we did in Florida. And I feel like that's probably why it even made it more sour, is because we wanted to keep going and see where we were going to go. And we started to see improvements, whether it was the pitching, whether it was the hitting, whether it was just working together as a team. And we were taking chances. We weren't thinking as much. I think anytime you have like a turnover or a change in the team or coaching staff, your kids think too much. Like, am I going to do it wrong? Instead of just play the game, And I think that's where Florida came into play, and just they started to play and they started to see the success and things we wanted them to do. And so that's where now let's keep that rolling. And I think that's where they're so excited to compete, because they just played, they didn't think. And the same thing, we have 6 seniors this year. And so they've now been around to see those seniors last year where they bought in, and now they're just trying to carry on that legacy, which is nice. So 6 seniors obviously is an amazing amount. You rarely have that many in our sport in one class that stay for their 4 years. And their leadership are all about just working hard. I mean, they're not very vocal leaders. They're more of just like, hey, let's work really, really hard and everybody see what we're doing, and hopefully they follow. And that's where we're seeing that happen like right now. You're seeing the younger classmen, we don't need to address issues. It's just you got to raise your standards. You got to work a little harder. You got to show up every single day. And I think that's like really helped, and they continue to do that. We have seniors in every position. I mean, we have 2 senior pitchers. We have 2 that are in the infield, and then we got 2 that are in the outfield, and we have a 1 catcher. So every position is covered when it comes to leadership. So on the defensive side of things, I think that's making them all kind of gel together, because, we have Elena in the outfield, and she's kind of been that voice out there to kind of keep them calm and collected. Pitching, catching, in the infield, they can kind of get their small groups together and work together, which is nice. Yeah, they're just, I think with any freshman class, they don't know where their role is yet, and they're kind of just trying to make sure they're doing the drills right, like they're showing up on time, they have the right color shirt of the day, and so we're finally getting them to like settle in, and they're starting to like show their strength, I feel like, in the last week. Like they're diving after balls, they're being a little bit more vocal, they're not wanting to be at the very back of the line when we do drills, like they kind of know the flow of everything. But what's really awesome about that freshman class is there's going to be some key role players that might have an opportunity to come out of the gate starting, because they definitely know how to play. Obviously that's why they're here. So, that's still a large class as a freshman class, but there's definitely some impact players that can make an impact this year. Yeah, so my junior class, we have our center fielder, Nikki is our shortstop, and then we have Brooke. That was an extremely important role on the base running side last year, and hopefully she's getting some outfield play as well this year. And those are your 3 juniors. So all 3 of them are going to be involved in some sort of impact this year. And so for me, it's like they're just intact with that senior group. I think they're the same kind of players. They're not very vocal. You're probably not going to hear always them shouting orders, but you're going to see them diving after balls, being the first ones to come to practice, the first ones that are texting me or Ashley, hey, can we get some extra reps in? So that's kind of good to see that your seniors are just like your juniors, and your juniors are just like your seniors. And then the sophomore are kind of like our bubbly cheerleaders that are seriously our cohesion, I feel like. Like if I ever need something for the team, I'm going to my sophomores, because they are the first ones to schedule team bonding. They're the first one to go eat with the freshmen. They're the first ones to be like, hey coach, let's do this as a get together. So I feel like you always need kids like that. and sometimes you have them one in each class, where for us, it's our sophomore class just in general. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. We got a little spurt of sun today and in the 50s, so I feel like this is just fueling our fire to like it's right around the corner. You know, we're blessed to have the steamer and having an indoor facility where I can get pretty much everything accomplished. You know, I'm not like baseball. I have the length. You know, down center, I'm still at 200. If I was outside, it would be 200. So I can run a full scrimmage. So I don't feel like a game is going to be that much different, except you're going to be playing somebody else. So I feel like the preparation has been amazing on that standpoint. We got everyone healthy, everyone's back right now, which is good. So I think that's just another thing to kind of get us ready. We feel like we're going to get the ball started, whether it's now the weather's changing, but now we have our whole team back. So I think the next thing is just, like I said, playing somebody else. We've seen our pitchers enough. I've hit enough fly balls, ground balls. Now it's to see the other pitching and see how we kind of match up with another team. Yeah, so my whole mission when I was coming in is I wanted to develop a fast team that was fast, that was speedy, that played at a higher tempo. And I think we have that potential to do that. And I'm not just saying running, stealing bases, but I just think offense, defense in general, we have kids that are very athletic. So I'm excited to now take that against a team that knows nothing about us. It's one thing if you play a team in your conference, they know the last couple years what you're trying to do, but Hanover knows nothing about us. We've never played them before. So I'm excited to kind of see our style of game. How is it going to be able to adapt to another team that knows nothing about us? And this is kind of the year to do it. You know, I think the biggest thing is, I know we're all kind of dealing with a lot of stuff with the change of life right now, but if anybody can overcome that, it would be athletes. You know, especially in our game, we talk all the time, control the controllables. And I tell my girls all that time, just in life, but also about the game. And if anybody needs a little bit of extra like oomph right now, it would be athletes. So I think that's kind of in the back of our girls' mind, and they're really, really ready for next week. I think, like I said, this program's going in the right direction. I think, you know, this is going to be our 4th season playing. You know, granted, we didn't have a full season last year, but this is definitely going to be the season where we're going to see a lot of changes with the team. And like I said, you're getting everyone to buy in. These seniors, you know, they were sophomores when we came in, so they were kind of bought in. They just didn't really know. So I think if this is going to be the year that you're going to see definitely Witt softball, I think, be on the map for sure.